Welcome back, everyone, to the Best Robot Please YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday. It is May 13th, and I'm back breaking down some MLB picks and props for the Tuesday night slate. Now, didn't have a video on Monday, but we had a horrible day on Mother's Day, 0 for 4. Couple games could have went the other way. Could have been 3-1 pretty darn easily. Miles McCullough's 15 in the third inning pitched. Screws me, and I mean screws me on the outs in this game. Just really tough. Goes 15 in the third. We lose it, and that's okay. Tatis over 2.5, single and a run, or a walk, or was it a walk? No, yeah, I think it was a walk and a run in his first at bat, and then only a single in the game. And then the Rockies, of course, beat the Padres. Everybody saw that one coming. The Padres were -3.5 on the run line, and they lose it outright by like 6. That's baseball for you, baby. Royals first 5 -0.5, 1-1 final in the first 5 innings. They were up 1-0. Solo shot. Was it? Yeah, Wilmer. Abreu. Yeah, for the Red Sox, top 4. Hits a home run to lose that -0.5. And then Reds Astros. Astros put up 6. They could have put up 20. They just left 1,000 people on base. The Reds put up nothing. So that's just the way it goes sometimes. 0-4 day, 92-89 right now with the Knicks and the Celtics. This game's awesome. I was talking about the NBA side. I'll probably get off with like 3 or 4 minutes left after recording, and it's going to be an awesome watch on a Tuesday night. But let's go try to win some games for the MLB tomorrow. We got 2 games I'm going to be looking at. We're going to start with the Blue Jays game. Blue Jays going up against the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, you see this to be determined for the Tampa Bay Rays. Well, it's supposed to be Shane Baz. Shane Baz, who's changed his number once again. He is now pitching as number 11 for the Tampa Bay Rays. He is the scheduled starter for tomorrow. I am expecting him to go. He does not have any injury update as I'm looking at it right now. And even like the Tampa Bay reports are saying Shane Baz looking to get right going up against the Blue Jays. Well, he's not getting right in this game. I'm taking the Blue Jays -126. Let me read you guys off Shane Baz's stat line, and you tell me where you think I jumped in on the Shane Baz hype train, okay? He gave up no runs against the Pirates. He gave up 2 against the Angels, 1 against the Boston Red Sox. Then he gave up 5 against the Yankees. None to the Padres. 0 runs to the Padres, by the way, in 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs. Then he gave up 7 to the Royals and 6 to the Philadelphia Phillies. You take a guess where I took the over 2.5 runs for Shane Baz. If you guessed the Padres, you are correct. He is sandwiched in there between 3 different games that he's given up 18 total runs, and he's given up 8+ hits in back-to-back games going up against the Phillies and the Royals. He's given up a total of 13 runs over the last 2 games, and it's even worse because he's only given up a total of 2 home runs. He is just getting shelled by the singles, doubles, and triples. He is in bad form coming into this game. Jose Barrios is the number 1 pitcher. Well, technically, it's in the rotation, yes. This season, no. It's been Chris Bassett. He's been amazing for the Blue Jays so far this year. Had a couple really bad starts back-to-back, I believe. Maybe it was just 1 bad start, but he is the ace this season technically for the Blue Jays. Jose Barrios has been really good, though, over the last several games. He hasn't given up more than 2 runs in 3 consecutive games. Gave up 2 to the Angels, 2 to Boston, and none to the Yankees over the last 3. He's gone 5+ innings in all 3 of those games as well. Going to back the Bluebirds in this one. Give me the -126 in favor of Toronto. For the other play tonight, we're taking the under, and we're going to be looking at the Royals and the Astros going under 7.5 runs between these 2 teams. Right now, the Kansas City Royals hung 7 runs so far on the Astros in 4 innings. Well, that is not going to happen tomorrow, most likely, because as we know as Kansas City Royals fans, they have really good – they're basically a carbon copy of the Cincinnati Reds. They have really good games, and then they have games where they can't get a hit whatsoever unless it's Bobby Witt Jr. hitting a double and nobody's on base, and then Bobby Witt Jr. gets 3 total hits with maybe 1 run the Royals score, and they have 5 total hits in the game, and then they lose 1 to probably 2 because the pitching staff this year has been really good. Not picking on the Royals. Have been playing some really good baseball. One of the better teams right now in the MLB, according to like the numbers. They've won, I think, 16 of the last 21 they've played, something like that, something around there. But we have Chris on the mound for the Royals in this game. He's been one of the best starters for Kansas City this year. He's been in 9 total games. He's given up 9 total runs. 2 consecutive games giving up nothing. 7 innings going up against the White Sox, no runs given up. 5 innings going up against the Orioles, no runs given up. I saw a meme of Chris on Moneyball. It was Jonah Hill looking at his big board and saying he was like trying to find players that, Billy could take. And he said the only downfall for Chris is that he throws 27 pitches per inning, which is exactly what he does. I mean, he could probably pitch no-hitter or at least complete games, going 8, maybe even 9 innings. But he has these innings where he throws 25-plus pitches a lot. So the innings are a little bit down. He's had a couple games where he's only been able to go 5 innings, giving up no runs, just like that Orioles game. He went 5 innings, 4 hits, no runs, and 3 strikeouts. But he's worked his ERA all the way down to 1.69 on the season, going up against Framber Valdez in this game. Why I like the under. 2 aces basically on the mound here. Framber for the Astros has only given up over 2 runs in one of the last 4 games that he's been in. Now, the game he did give up over 2 runs was against the Chicago White Sox, kind of an outlier there. Gave up 7 hits, 4 runs. Strikeouts have been good, though, for Framber. He's been shutting a lot of people down. Worked his ERA back down to under 4 in the last game going up against the Brewers. Only gave up a total of 3 hits in that one. He has given up a home run in 3 consecutive games. A little bit worrisome there, but the Royals are not known for a team who can hit a lot of home runs. So I think we're pretty safe in this one to take the under 7.5 runs as the play. For the player props tomorrow, Braves going up against the Nationals. Nationals, 1 run so far in the game tonight. Who scored that run, you may ask? It might have been James Wood, an opposite field home run, who now has 11 home runs in the year and is still not being talked about as a legitimate MVP candidate. That James Wood, the guy who's getting numbers this year for the Nationals, who's not even like a top 15 MVP candidate. Sickening. We're going to take Spencer Schwellenbach here, though, going up against the Nats. It's been some pretty brutal watches for the Nationals over the last couple games. Dylan Cruz is one of our better young guys. He's sitting in the 2-hole. I watched him sacrifice bunt the other day going up against Miles McCollum down by 2 runs with C.J. Abrams on first with no outs. I mean, that I understand baseball. Like, you want to get the runner in scoring position. It was the 5th inning, I believe, down 2-0. Miles McCollum on the mound. Like, the numbers for Miles McCollum. Third time around on some of these hitters. You don't bunt one of your better hitters in the 2-hole with C.J. Abrams on first. He has speed. Risk him being thrown out. The Nationals run more than any team in the MLB already. Just let him steal. Have Dylan Cruz swing away. There's no need for a sacrifice bunt. It worked. They scored the run, but they lost 4-1, and they're probably going to lose 4-1 again tonight. The way the Braves have been hitting the ball, it hasn't been great. But I mean, if the Nationals scored 1 run, then what's it matter? But we're going Spencer Schwellenbach here under the 2.5. Maybe you have to play this under the 1.5. But he had a really bad start going up against the Dodgers. A lot of people have bad starts going up against the Dodgers. He bounced back immediately going up against the Reds. 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs given up. 3.42 ERA. One of the better arms that the Braves have this season. One of the better arms and young arms, I should add, in the MLB. Only his 2nd year in the big leagues. He doesn't have a very good win-loss record because the Braves haven't given him a lot of run support. But you can expect him to go at least 5 or 6 innings in this one, give up maybe a run going up against the Nationals. I think the Braves will probably dominate the Nationals tomorrow with Soroka on the mound. He's got like an 8 ERA in the season. Pretty bad stuff out of him so far this year. So we're going with Spencer under the 1.5 runs, maybe 2.5 runs as the plan. For the final play of the day is going to be a late game. We have Brian Wu on the mound going up against Max Fried for the New York Yankees. We're going to take Ben Rice over 1.5 bases going up against Brian Wu. Ben Rice has some really good numbers this season. He's not talked about a lot. He played catcher the other night for the Yankees, but he has a 260 batting average this season. Nothing tonight because he hasn't started tonight, but he had a 4 RBI game going up against the Athletics on Monday afternoon. He had a home run in that game as well. He's been crushing the ball, and he's been crushing home runs this season. 9 home runs already. He's hitting in, I believe, the 2 spot because I think they brought he might be in the 1 spot and then Judge in the 2 spot. I think he is in the 1 spot and Judge in the 2 spot now. But his numbers, the analytics, he's crushing the ball everywhere on the field. Not pull tendency. He's everywhere. He's putting the ball wherever he wants it. And Brian Wu this season, coming in as a righty, Ben as a lefty. I like the right-left matchup here. Brian's coming off his worst start of the season. 8 hits given up against the Sacramento Athletics. 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 1 home run. Problem with Wu, his entire career over the last 3 years has been giving up solo shots. He hardly ever has anybody on base. And I have the number here, a 0.90 whip. Last season, a 0.92 whip this season. And yet, he continues to give up solo home runs. So he's keeping the bases pretty clean. He just gives up a few too many home runs. I'm going to take Ben Rice here over 1.5 bases. I do think he hits a home run in this game going up against Brian Wu. And that is high praise for Ben Rice from me because Wu is one of my favorite guys for the Mariners. I back him along on the member side, but I think he's going to struggle against Ben Rice in that one. So let's go to the recap draft for tomorrow on the MLB side. We're going to take the Blue Jays money line, the under 7.5 runs between the Royals and the Astros. Spencer under the 1.5, maybe 2.5 going up against the Nats. And then Ben Rice over the 1.5 bases going up against Brian Wu and the Mariners. Guys, that's going to do it for the MLB Picks and Props for Tuesday, May 13th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please share the next video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.